intro done, but welcome to our latest chat on Open Chair with Will Brown. I'm joined by Calum from the Gentleman's Lounge, and I'm really excited today to learn about his journey from someone from the same industry. I'm excited to talk about his business, I'm excited to talk about his life, and I'm excited to talk about everything in between for Calum. So let's go. So obviously we're in the same or very, very similar industries, but talk to me about your career so far. What sort of brought you to owning? You've got 2 salons, haven't you?
Yeah, 2 shops.
What's start right from the very beginning, I suppose.
So I started in hair when I was at school.
At hairdressing.
Yeah, hairdressing.
Yeah.
So I was a hairdresser to start with, and I started when I was at school. I did one of them courses where, in your last final years, they send you off to college rather than doing your core subject, than your subject.
Yeah.
So I started. It was a hair and beauty course to start with, and I'd do 4 days of school, and then I'd go to college one day, and I completed that. And then it come to the beauty side of it, and I didn't want to do the beauty side of it. So they said, "Well, what are we going to do with it? Because we don't like you here, you don't like being here.
Yeah.
How do we make this work?" So I ended up getting myself a placement at a salon for that 1 day a week, and then into my second year, then progressed into doing like 2 days a week. So I only did 3 days at school, and I did 2 days at work.
Yeah.
And then when I finished school, I started my apprenticeship with the same salon, and went to college, went all the way through my training, and then got to the end of it and went, don't like women there.
Yeah.
Don't like dealing with women on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So then I started doing a few of my mates' hair and stuff like that, and then I actually sat down with my boss at the time, and he said, like, I think it might be a good idea for you to progress somewhere else. So went down to a local salon, barbershop, and basically asked for an opportunity. Pestered them until they finally gave me one, and then that was it. Started my barbering
So
career.
did you not do any women's hair at all, like on the shop floor or something?
No, pretty much. I did basically what I needed to do to get through my course.
Yeah. They say that the best barbers are trained in women's hair, don't they? Like for the fundamentals and that. And I actually think that barbers now should be taught so many more core women's things, don't you?
Yeah, most definitely. Like it's definitely helped my career.
Yeah, but
even to today, like I use some of them fundamentals in my barbering.
Yeah.
And like I'm not scared of them.
I
actually enjoy it.
Some barbers in long hair, they literally see them walk in, they're like, I can't do that, which just shouldn't be the case.
I get excited.
Yeah.
Because it's not the norm. Well, to be fair, these days,
Yeah.
like the more kind of like modern gentlemen's haircuts translate so well into hairdressing.
Yeah.
So yeah, and as soon as I picked up barbering, I just loved it. I think it was the speed.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't think of anything worse than spending 3 hours with a woman.
Yeah.
Not a woman, but it's more than, no, to be fair, like, I don't think we do at the moment, to be fair.
Yeah.
Do you know what? It's
a different...
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I do both. And you have to mould between one person and another, like between client and client. It's hard work. But barbers that work for me, I have so much admiration for them that do like 20 haircuts a day. Because I used to, and I don't think I've got it in me anymore. Yeah. It's tough going, isn't it? 20 different conversations, 20 different people's lives that they bring into you, 20 different haircuts to think about. 20 is so much, isn't it? Whereas some of the girls that work for me, they do 3 or 4 clients a day. They're just like one lady for 4 hours, and then they'll do another lady for 4, and like it's a lot slower pace. Yeah. It's a different, although it's the same industry, it's so different, isn't it? The way you can't compare barbers and hairdressers, although they work sometimes, like for us, they work in the same shop, but it's so different. It's mad.
I think you've got to tailor yourself, like you said. You've got to tailor yourself around your client.
Yeah.
And I just weren't very good at the slow pace of it. I weren't good at, because I find with barbering, obviously working with men, it's more relatable, right? Yeah. So you can gauge that conversation, and like you said, it's quick and it's easing out. So you're getting through quick conversation and then out the door, and you're on to the next one. And with women, like as much as I enjoyed I enjoyed the creative side of it. There was so much with it that it was too much pressure. Like colour for me was too hard.
Yeah.
Like I didn't have the patience because there's so many different variables in it.
Yeah.
And I just struggled. I struggled to kind of like be patient with it.
Yeah.
I do look back now and I think I wish that I tried harder, because if I could look at my career today and translate that into female hair, I would have made a good career out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, but we could say it about so much.
Oh yeah,
I wish I did this.
Yeah.
I only think of women's hair as well. Like from a male's perspective, like I do women's hair to make them feel more attractive.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the way I see them. You see it so different, don't you?
Yeah.
Whereas men's hair, I see it a lot more methodical and like,
Mm.
and I don't do men's hair to make them look more attractive. Whereas women, I do their hair to make them how I would see them as more attractive. Do you know what I mean? So it's a different concept altogether. I think it just makes sense.
So how do you, when you're doing male hair, what is that? Is that more like maintenance?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's probably a little bit more like how I would want my hair doing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say that. Like, if I had a crown that's stuck up, would I want it too short or too long? Like, how if I woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning, would I want it to do a certain thing or stuff like that? Women's hair, I think about it completely differently. So it is just, yeah, it's just so different and that.
Yeah.
But it's interesting that you can do these haircuts on the same floor, but it's just so different.
Mm-hmm.
I just find that really interesting. I've never worked in just a barbershop.
Yeah.
I've always done women's hair and then I just trained myself in then, using like women's hairdressing. But were you similar to that? Because you trained in women's. Did you do, say, like your clipper work and stuff like that? Did you train, or were you taught clippers and?
Yeah, I think because obviously it was so many years ago, it didn't cross over.
No. So yeah, career-wise, you obviously done the hard graft, worked for someone, then you opened up your first shop in Biggleswade.
Yeah.
Talk about your first shop.
See, my first shop was it was funny how it came about, because I actually gave up. I actually quit barbering for about 6 months. I turned my hand to being like a labourer on a building site.
Yeah.
And
Did you fall out of love with barbering, or?
Yeah, I think there were certain things in my career at the time that just weren't going the way I thought they would. I worked so hard and didn't feel like I got to where I wanted to. So I had a bit of a stopgap and did 6 months on a building site, and then I started talking to my original boss, Lee, and he had space available for me to basically have my own little shop.
Yeah.
What was House of Hair at the time.
Yeah, I remember, yeah.
And so I just do like the odd Saturdays, and then I got back into it and I found my love for it again, and I still had like a big clientele.
Yeah.
And so that progressively got more, and then I remember he come upstairs one day and went, "Come with me," and I was like, "All right, cool. We're going to look at a shop." Oh, okay. I'm like 20 years old and stuff. And he's a really good friend of mine. And we just walked down the road, and I'm just like following him down the road. We walk in the shop, which is literally like 100 yards away from here. Yeah,
throw a stone.
Yeah, literally. And we go in with the landlord. We were looking around, and he's just like, "Cool." He's like, "What do you think?" I said, "Yeah, it's cool." And I'm thinking, I have no idea really what he's on about. He's like, "Do you want it?" I went, "What do you mean? Do you want it?" I went, "Well, yeah, of course I do." I went, "Cool." But he's like, checkbook out. I literally wrote down the deposit and I just gave it to him.
And that was that.
Like, I owe like so much to him, and like I said, like he's still my friend today. And I didn't have the money, I didn't have whatever, and he said, "We'll just figure it out."
Yeah.
And we pretty much went through like every charity shop. We went down to Preem, we went to like Cop Boots, like we went on eBay, like everything. And I'm pretty sure, like even some of it I got free from like a previous like co-worker that he gave me his old chairs and stuff like that. And I think altogether, I think the whole fit out was like it was like £2.5 grand.
Yeah.
And I put like 200 quid into it. And then he pretty much just went, I could do what I wanted. He literally went, this is the idea. And I let him roll with it because interior design with him, like, he always come up with some crazy ideas. And I think the only thing that he said to me was, the only rule to this is you're not allowed to call it your own name. And I was really butthurt about that.
Yeah.
So I was like,
As in, like, Will Brown hair, you
yeah,
call it.
I wasn't allowed to put my own name.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. So we come up with this concept. And obviously back then, the whole kind of like lounge thing was
like male grooming was just about
it was like,
yeah,
it was all funky and old, and like we had a pool table in there,
Yeah.
and like all this and that. And he set me off because I'd been a manager of a store before, like I'd had staff and I had the experience to do it, and that was it.
Did you feel ready?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I remember on my first day, I did like 6 clients.
Yeah.
Buzzing.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely buzzing. And then, yeah, like, I gave him his investment back and whatnot over time. And he just left me alone with it. And like, I owe him so much for that.
Yeah.
Because he gave me an opportunity. You could obviously see something.
Yeah, that's
what
it is.
I've been friends with him for so long, and I think that I grafted to show him that. Like, when I started with him, I was a junior, but my aim was to be the best junior. Yeah. Like, I was head junior. I had like 3 other juniors below me, and I was like, I'm going to be the best at everything I did. Yeah. And then it just snowballed.
So he saw that in you. Do you think you saw that in you at that time? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does, yeah. Do you know what? It was weird. Like, I never doubted that it wouldn't work. Because I just had this, like, I think a lot of it, I recognise it differently now. Yeah. It was my ego. Yeah. It was my ego telling me that I was going to make this work. Yeah. Because I'm good at this. Yeah. And I need to prove to everyone that I can do this. Yeah. And that was my driving factor. Like, let me prove the schools, let me prove my old boss, let me prove this person. Do you know what I mean? Like, let me prove that I've got what it takes. Yeah. Unhealthy obsession or not, it got me to where I'm at. Yeah. So, yeah.
How long did you have Biggleswade for before you opened up your second shop?
I think it was 9 years.
So similar to us, that.
Yeah.
Your paths were really similar on that. Were you looking for a second shop, or did it come up?
No. I'll be honest with you. Again, it was ego. Ego got hold of me. Yeah. So, previous like work colleagues, they'd moved, like, they'd opened up their own shops, and then they'd gone for their second shop. And it really hurt. Yeah. It really hurt me. Like, I was like, they're moving forward and past me. And I see the shop come up, and I don't know if I was ready or the business was ready, whatever. I was like a kid with blue toy. Yeah. I was just like, I want it. Yeah. I want it really bad.
Even if everyone advised you against it?
Everyone did.
Oh, right.
Other than my team. Yeah. Because I always sat down and advised everything that I do with my team. Yeah. And if they'd said bad idea, I would have done it. Yeah. But pretty much everyone else was like, what are you doing this for? And I'm like, because it's a good business move. What I actually meant was, my ego needs fulfilling, and I'm bored. Yeah. And that is honesty. Yeah. I'm so glad that played out that way. Yeah. Because it's turned to be like, I love porn. It's like my baby. Yeah. Like, I describe it as a man with a shed. Like, I didn't need it. I just wanted something shiny. Yeah. And now it's ended up being something that I'm really proud of. Yeah. Because I did it standalone. Yeah. Off my own back. Yeah. With no loans, no anything. Yeah. It's like, it's what I wanted it to be. Yeah.
It makes complete sense. Was it a fairly, not rash decision, but did it take you months to think about it, or did you just like see it and think, I'm having that shop?
Yeah, I think I met my landlord, and I really got on with him, and he could understand that I was serious about it. And yeah, I think I had a couple of conversations, and then I said, I'm just doing it. I don't actually care about what anyone else to say. I'm doing it. Yeah. Well, that's
But if anything, it's probably going to make it more successful, isn't it? If people advise you not to do something, because I can only speak for myself, but
because we're back into the doubters.
Yeah.
I've got to prove everyone wrong.
Yeah.
Um,
how are you going to fill all them chairs? How are you going to make money? How are you going to do this? Well, I'll show you how I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it by working hard and do you think in barber? Because if there's an empty shop now on a high street or anywhere, a barber shop tends to go in, doesn't it?
Mhm.
It tends to be a barber shop, a vape shop, or it's like a really common. Do you think people think it's sexier, more glamorous than it actually? Or I suppose what I'm getting, do you think people young, like say 17-year-olds leaving school, 16-year-olds, do you think they go into barbering thinking it's sexy and glamorous, but they don't think about the on your feet for 12 hours a day? I know it's not dirty, but covered in other people's hair, talking to people that you may or may not click with. They don't see that, do they? I think from my point of view, I think they see it as you can wear what you want. I can get cool tattoos. I can stay clean. I can stay dry, and it's a career that's being sold really well on Instagram at the minute. But I don't think they see the other side. Do you think that?
Oh, 100%.
Right.
Absolutely. Like, it's not like barbering is completely different to when I started.
Yeah.
Like, I bet it's the same with
Yeah.
you. It's not like it's now, and it has its benefits to it because more people want to come into barbering. But like you look at these people look out there on like TikTok and people like Josh the Monaco from Men's Buyer or Sam Rascal or Cal Newson, and they're like, that's sexy. And don't wrong, there's some elements that are sexy. We get to wear what we want. We can get tatted as hell. Like we have a laugh. Like there's blurred lines of like, you know, what happens in a barbershop is different.
Yeah.
But the reality to it is like it takes such a long time to become good at.
Yeah.
Like
and just pure hard work.
Yeah, like literally there's no like quick fix to it.
Yeah.
And it's especially when you come into the beginning of it, it's like you get people that go on courses or college and they do all that and it's like you've literally just scratched the surface.
Yeah.
It's like learning to drive. Like you don't learn to drive until you pass your test.
Yeah.
And you've got to make a lot of mistakes. And it can be very soul destroying.
Yeah.
You know, and I bet you found it and you're like you've done something and you're sweating.
Yeah.
I'm sweating
Yeah.
because I don't have a clue what I'm doing.
How am I getting that line?
Yeah, 100%. And it's like, and there is a really sexy side to it, but it is just a normal job like anyone else.
Yeah.
And I think because we're not up at 6 a.m, out lifting bricks and doing all that, people are like, oh, it's easy.
Yeah.
You try talking to 20 people in one day and
Yeah.
managing the shop.
Yeah.
And dealing and absorbing like all of that.
Yeah.
And then having to do your life when you get home and whatever else. Like there is parts to it that people just definitely don't see. It's not. I love my job, I really do, but it definitely takes a toll on me.
Yeah. Most nights after I don't do as much hairdressing anymore, but when I do, they're the nights I get in the car and I drive home in silence because you've had background music in here, you've had people just talking all day, and I just love silence. People don't. It's just sides to it. I just don't think people. Probably the same with any job, but I think it's being sold as a little bit sexy, and it can be, and it is. But you've got to work so hard, haven't you, to make. It's like any job, and also in any industry, there's going to be 2 or 3 who are the best at what they do.
Yeah.
But those people are still doing X amount of clients a day, blah blah blah. They're still grafting, aren't they? Instagram will make it look sexy, but to be successful, they're still grafting.
Yeah.
You can't be successful without grafting. I think you sometimes try telling a 16, 17-year-old that as much as you can, but you just try and get that point across so much. Just graft as much as you can, learn as much as you can, absorb as much as you can. And there are some I think the young generation, they get a really bad rap at the minute. They're being sold as this like lost generation and all this, but there's some gems out there.
Yeah.
And I think if you can find them, there are some gems. But I just think it's barbering or hairdressing isn't about content creating, is it? It's about doing enough clients that pay your wages and pay your mortgage and your rent and your petrol and this sort of thing. And I don't know if they see that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
And
I think also like because there's so many people setting up their own businesses or renting space in, I don't know, like renovating a garage and doing all that, and it's and that's all great, but like that seems easy, and it's because it is easy.
Yeah,
that part of it is easy.
Yeah,
but the things that people don't see, that's not the easy bit, and no one really touches on that so much.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think when you go out on your own, and those first few years, that was the hardest I've ever worked in my life, ever. In 17 years of hairdressing, the 9 months I did from leaving the salon I was working in to opening up my first Henlo salon, those 9 months, because I was just building up clientele as much as I could. That was the hardest I've ever worked. And I think people are just thinking, oh, well, I'll go self-employed, I'll go out on my own and just build this clientele. But it's not going to happen. You've got to do it, haven't you? And yeah, I mean, that's a whole different debate, isn't it, about whether you self-employed, employed, blah, blah, blah. But what I'm trying to get at is the hard work side of it. Just to let people realise, like you say, you're not covered in brick dust when you get home. So people say, oh, you're not worked as hard as that person today, or it's just different work. It's mental. Yeah, a lot of it, isn't it? And I think having a good team though normally is a reflection on you, though, isn't it? If you've said you've always had a good team, then you've done something right, either in your business or in your recruitment or both. Or
I think
good people attract good people.
Yeah, I think I've always tried to employ. Don't get me wrong, that hasn't always gone right. Yeah. But I've always tried to recruit a team that I like. Yeah. And have the same values. Yeah. And pretty much 90% of people that either had careers with us or still with us or whatever still have a really good relationship with them. But that's from building that team around that. You know, it's like you're only as good as your weakest member. Yeah. And that it doesn't always come down to the skill set. It comes down to the way they see life, or they communicate with people, or value. Yeah. And whenever I haven't stuck by them, I've swiftly been I've known about it. Yeah. Not always straight away, but eventually it comes and bites me in the ass.
I think you're I've always said in business that trust your gut. Your gut tells you a lot, doesn't it? If someone comes for an interview, your gut feeling will tell you straight away, won't they? Whether they're going to fit with the rest of the team. For me, my gut will tell me more than my head sometimes. That feeling I know straight away. I've often employed people as well. I don't know if it's purely legal or not, but I've often employed people before they've even come for an interview as well. They'll get in touch with me and I'll know I'm going to employ them before they've even, because you just know, or you've had people say this person's incredible, you followed them work for a long while or something like that. I think now you kind of get, on social media, you get an idea of what someone's work's like at least, can't you? And whether their profile's going to fit your profile. Yeah. Are your staff employed or self-employed? Were they employed when you first?
Yeah, I think when we first started, we've tried different avenues, but self-employed is definitely the better way for us.
Especially with government at the moment. Our national insurance tax at the minute is dreadful, but you're the opposite. I've got one barber that's self-employed. I think in barbering that model works better, don't it? I think it's hard. We've found it hard to find that right salary plus commission plus bonuses and that in barbering. I think it's a really tough model to do in barbering. Yeah, it's doable, but I think if you want barbers to succeed, and obviously, like for my women, like female stylists that are all employed, obviously I've got all the costs of stock and stuff like that. It's different, and we all use one brand, L'Oreal, so I get it in, they use it, and it's different, and all on commission. But I think for barbers, all they need is a pair of scissors and a comb and some water, and they're good to go, aren't they? So they don't cost me as much for them to turn up. So we've got like a sort of mixed model. But I don't know many barbers now that employ their staff. It just doesn't.
it doesn't seem to work in the same way. Like, it's what I find, and this is my own personal view, that barbers are normally quite erratic people,
Yeah.
and or whether that's, you normally find a lot of them are like ADHD,
Yeah.
and they can get comfortable very quickly.
Yeah.
With that level of pressure that they've got to make their own money, or whether it's percentage or chair rent or whatever, that keeps them in that frame of mind that they need to perform.
Yeah.
Rather than they're just going to get a salary and they're going to turn up.
Yeah.
And they're going to take free lunches and whatever.
Yeah.
Where it's like, it almost holds them accountable.
Yeah.
And takes the responsibility from you.
Yeah.
And that's what I found over time. Like, whenever we've done employed, it's not as they'll have a bit more extra time off, or they'll do this and they'll do that. Where once they see the money, basically they're performance based.
Yeah.
Because if they perform, they get paid X, Y, and Z, and that's got nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
So it applies that pressure.
What they put in, they're going to get out.
Pretty much, yeah.
Which is same as my employed staff, but there's that security behind them as well, isn't it? And then a lot of them are girls of a certain age that might need maternity pay and that sort of thing. And so there is that. Don't mean that in a bad, but there is that difference as well. You got a lot of male barbers, a lot of female stylists.
Yeah.
There's a slight difference in that as well, isn't there? I think, in terms of like how they want to be employed or self-employed.
Yeah.
You touched earlier on you loving your job, but the way it makes you feel and things like that. You put that video up, didn't you, a few weeks ago, about a month ago, about loving your job, but people not seeing everything.
Yeah.
And I related to it. What made you do that video? Do you mind me asking?
Yeah, of course, yeah. Yeah, I think that video was like, I wanted to get back into shooting content because I really enjoyed the process of it. And I like to be honest behind the camera. And I think that was me basically saying, and also realizing for myself that my job was always the most consistent thing that I've had in my life.
Yeah.
And my job reflects how I feel as well. And just having a bit of appreciation for it. Like, having a bit of appreciation for, like, because I guess we all get that kind of imposter syndrome type of thing. Like, people say to me, "Oh, it's great you have your own businesses," and I'm like, I don't feel that way.
Yeah.
And I bet you feel exactly the same.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't see what other people see.
Yeah.
But it was like having appreciation for how hard it has been, and also like putting out there that you can do this also.
Yeah.
But it's going to take more than what you think. It's more sacrifice than what you think it's going to be.
Yeah.
It's like, and it doesn't always necessarily mean that you're going to sacrifice the things that you want to sacrifice.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's you're going to sacrifice things that you wouldn't wait on.
Yeah.
And that's just business.
Yeah.
And I guess that's just life in general. But yeah, it was kind of like a little note to myself, and that's what I find with my content.
And if you put it out there, then it's out there. So
Yeah,
it has to come true, or it has to. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was quite deep though, wasn't it? Like, in a good way.
Yeah.
I've done some deep stuff online, and but yeah, it just resonated, and I just liked how honest it was. There's a lot of people out there, in our career, but just in general, that either pretend things are okay, and actually I think when you work in an office, I think it's slightly different. You don't see the amount of people that we see. I think it's good that we show to our clients, actually, I might have a bad day sometimes. I'll do your hair as best as I can because I'm consistent, and I promise you I always will do that. But actually, some days I'm struggling, or I've got a lot going on at home, or this, that, and the other. And I think it just makes you more human.
Yeah.
And I think clients think we're either robots behind the chair, or we're not humans behind a business. And I think it just makes you more human. And I actually think the more human your business is, the more successful your business is. Because we're people, aren't we? The whole business if we didn't have people, we'd have nothing.
Yeah.
Whether that was staff, clients, us, whatever it was, there'd be nothing. So I think the more human we can be, the better that is for everyone.
Yeah, definitely. Especially with social media, because I was having a conversation with someone about this earlier, and it's like I feel personally that I have a responsibility. Like, I connect with so many people, whether it's men or women,
Yeah.
whether that's in person or online, that I feel like I have a responsibility to show the level of like realness.
Yeah.
Like, I really try not to pretend. Do you know what I mean? Like, and some people receive it really well, and some people don't. Like, I've had like so many welfare checks since I started shooting content.
Right.
Like, people are like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "No, I'm generally good." But it's more like, I feel like, especially when I shoot content, it's like I'm gonna let you into me.
Yeah.
And then hopefully you can resonate with what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because, like, people can look from the exterior and go, "Well, he owns his own business, you know, like, he trains, he does this, and he juggle and all of this." It's like, nah, I have bad times.
Yeah.
I have very bad times.
Yeah.
And granted, like, if I'm having a bad time, I'm probably not going to shoot a video.
Yeah.
But when I come through them bad times, I feel like if I can share something that's going to help someone to get through that, then it helps me. And also it helps me not to go back into that process, or just learn from it by getting it out there. Because I often find whenever I come through a bad situation that I do the most amount of growth through the pain.
Yeah.
You know, like, you have to feel some pain to grow through it.
Yeah.
And I always have this process that I go through when I go through that, but over time it gets easier.
Yeah.
Because I bet it's the same for yourself. Like, I have a problem where I think my way out of a thinking problem.
Yeah.
And that never solves anything, because unless I change my environment, my level of acceptance, or my point of view, or listen to another, offer, like, and take help from others, I don't grow. And slowly, as I've realised that my brain can't do that without something external or internal changing, I'm going to stay in the same place no matter what. So with the content, it's like trying to put something out there so people can go, "Oh, he's a real person. Come from the same place. Or has the same problems. Oh, maybe what I think is normal too."
Yeah. Because we could all do a online persona of ourselves. You did that day in your life thing, didn't you? And it was prime. It's so good though, wasn't it? Because we could all pretend to walk up to a fancy car.
That wasn't even my car.
Yeah.
It wasn't even my car. Some random geezer.
Yeah, it's so true though, wasn't it? It was so true. But if you didn't know, you wouldn't know, would you?
Exactly,
And that is the whole problem with what people are looking up to. So say like barbers going into the industry could have watched that video and thought, like you say, he trains, he's got a Range Rover, he does this, he does that, and that's the only bit they're going to see. So they can kind of see what they can only see what their brain's telling them to see. But actually, if they've got someone saying, "Do you know what, this week's been absolutely shit. I've had this going on, I've had that going on. I've had clients not turning up, which means I'm not going to earn any money. I've had this person's cancelled last minute, it means I'm not going to earn." Like, if they see that side, that's real, isn't it? And we want to see more reality, don't we? It can only be a good thing. I thought that video was. I can't remember. I phoned someone afterwards and said, "Have you seen?" I think it might have been my brother or someone like that. And I was like, "How true is that? You just walked up to a car and someone could say, 'Oh, it's got a Range Rover.'" Like, it's just I thought it was brilliant. I just think. I think when you have employees or staff that you're training and helping, I think the videos relate to that in the sense that if it's in you to help people, then it helps you as well. I always think training, like we're saying hairdressing, if you train someone, I get better as well, because you don't cut corners, do you, or anything like that. You have to train them like by the book and by the method. And I think with doing videos online, the way you are and the way I tried to do it in the past, you're helping others, but it actually helps you. It's like quite cathartic, isn't it? I think you maybe don't even know you're doing it for yourself because you think you're doing it for others, but actually deep down you are helping yourself a little bit as well.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And I just think yeah, people, we all need to be a bit more real, don't we?
We're human.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
And I think that's sometimes what's missed. It's like we're saying about social media, like these people don't shit gold.
Yeah.
Like they don't.
Yeah.
They're the exact same as us.
Yeah.
Like they have the same problems.
Yeah.
And it's I don't know. And I think a lot of it when you're feeling a certain way, seeing stuff out there that doesn't relate to your own life, because like comparisons is a thief of joy.
Yeah, yeah.
Constantly comparing yourself to others will only take the joy that you have in your life.
Yeah.
And I believe that by looking at certain things on social media, you're always going to be unhappy with who you are
Yeah.
and what you have. And if you're not in a state of gratitude, you're in a state of resentment.
Yeah.
And that resentment can be internalized
Yeah.
to yourself. You know, like I did a video the other day about, do they like me? Do they judge me? And what can I do to get them to like me? And it's like, but do I ever ask myself?
Yeah.
Do I ever ask myself, do I like myself? Because, and a fun, like, ultimately that's the most important thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, do the people that are around me love me?
Yeah.
Do they care for me? Do I love them?
Yeah.
And do I love myself?
Yeah.
And that, I know it sounds very like woo, but
So true.
it's so true.
Yeah.
It's so simple. Like,
life is quite simple though. I think we just made it more complicated in the last few years.
life is simple, not for complicated people.
Yeah.
Complicated minds, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Life's simple. Business, I always say is simple. You have to make more money. The jokes about making money, more money has to come out and go in, and all these. Like, I think we overcomplicate everything because we overthink everything nowadays, and I think we've just got to stop. In general, just overcomplicating things and, like I say, strip it back. Easier said than done.
Yeah.
When there's all this stuff going on, but yeah, we do overcomplicate things and overthink.
Yeah.
I'm the worst overthinker in the world. I'm so anxious about everything. But I've reading a book at the minute. Actually, it's really, really good. It's called, I think it's just called Bucket. And it's like a fuck it theory. So you just say sort of fuck it to everything, which is what I need more of in life, because I literally worry about everything. And yeah, I think if we all had a bit more of that about us, or balance, I suppose.
I think things like that. It's important to understand where that level of, like, as humans, it's fear based, right?
Yeah.
So we run on fear, and fear is like,
it's fight or flight, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's an important part of who we are, but it's understanding where that fear comes from to a deeper level, so you can get to a point where it's understanding, like, it may be like, I've got, like, say, fear of judgment for, like, social media. Well, where does that fear come from? It's like, it's because I don't feel adequate enough, or I don't feel good enough, or I feel embarrassed. It's like, well, why do you feel that? It's because, I don't know, like, my opinion of myself, or someone's made me feel like this. And it's like, in reality, does that actually exist?
Yeah.
Is that actually real?
Yeah.
Have I got a magical crystal ball out and I'm predicting what people are going to think about me?
Yeah.
And does that actually hold relevance to who I am?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Understanding it to a deeper level, and you can strip away and go, all right, do I care about that random person?
It's a bit like going to the gym. Yeah. The first time I went to the gym, or first few times, I was so worried about what people were thinking of me in there, because I never stepped foot in the gym before, ever. And then I soon realised, actually, no one's looking at me, because they're only worried about themselves.
Yes.
And it took me like 2 or 3 sessions to actually realise that, like, literally no one is worrying about what weights I'm lifting, what machine I'm using, how far I'm running. Literally no one cares today. No. And I actually have applied that a little bit more in life, because no one really cares. Even if they're judging you on social media for 20 or 30 seconds, they don't really care. No. They're just judging you, because it's actually normal to judge people, isn't it? But they don't care about that. And I'm just trying to let go of that, like, say, that judgment. And, like, yes, they might judge you, and they might go, why is he doing these videos? Like, X amount of people are going to watch them. It's not actually going to affect anybody. Or why is he trying to do a podcast, or this, that, and the other? But actually, it doesn't really matter, because you're doing it for you.
Yeah, 100%.
So
it does. And it's, and I want generally
No one cares. No one's used to sleep over.
No,
No one's saying, "Oh, Will Brown's doing another podcast. Oh my god, like
yeah.
they're not losing sleep over it. They might have an opinion on it. That's fine.
You're not that
Because
cool.
no, exactly.
Like and it's one of them, like, well, we go through this world thing when we're important, and it's not that we're not important to ourselves, you know, like you hold value with the people that you love and care about, but ultimately it's like, who actually cares?
Yeah.
I'm not like,
people are only going to watch this because they're going to be nosy for 10 minutes.
It's
not because
and if you're judging us, then get lost.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah. It's just it doesn't that way in the world now.
It doesn't.
And it's
but again, it goes back to you. It goes back to, are you asking yourself the right questions?
Yeah.
Like, what do you actually care about?
Yeah.
Like I was saying to someone earlier, that where it's like, if you're walking down the street and you see someone kick a girl and trip up it, you don't lay in bed 2 nights later and go, huh?
Yeah.
Because it's not that important.
Yeah.
You know, like, don't get me wrong, people are going to talk about you and they're going to judge you, but if they hold some relevance to you, that may be important. But other than that, random people, it doesn't. It shouldn't damage your character pursuit, because you should hold enough like self-esteem for yourself to not worry about what other people think. And I know that's very easy to say, because a lot of us, we live on like our opinions of ourselves or our other people's opinions. But the further you get away from that, the more comfortable you can be not giving up. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah. You just made me think actually about, so my oldest daughter was doing some homework the other week, and it was during mental health week at school, and she did this mind map thing, and she did this arrow come up and she said, my dad makes mental health videos. Actually, if she's the only person in the world that recognises that I've been online and spoke about my mental health in the past and things like that, then actually that's okay, isn't it? Because she's recognised that I've either had struggles or I've tried to help someone else with those struggles. And you just don't realise like who's your audience. Well, actually, even if no one ever watched them, my daughter knows that I've made a video and tried to help someone, but I've never actually thought about it until now. Yeah.
And that's important.
Yeah, and if she knows she could come to me, then like I say, if you've achieved, if no one ever watched a video, and doesn't have to, does it? Because she knows that I've made one, and
and I think it's that it strips away that. I think vulnerability is massive. You know, like we've got to expose vulnerability, because it's like, especially for men, like it's hard, because there has to be a balance with it for your own self. For me personally, there has to be a balance with it, but I don't mind getting vulnerable. I don't mind telling people that I'm having bad times and I struggle with depression, and do you know what I mean? I have periods in my life where I really don't feel okay. And the more that I can say that out loud, the less power and fear with the judgment it gives me. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's important, especially like for the people you care about. Because you want them to come to you in them times where they go, I don't feel it. And then we can figure it out together.
Absolutely, But that would stem back to that video you put out. Vulnerability and the other one, the day in the life one, was funny.
I enjoyed it, to be fair. I'm trying to do more. I'm trying to break through my own fear barriers. That's what I'm trying to do.
That's what all this is or was. It's I think I said to you earlier, didn't I? It's not about I'm trying to do anything with this. It's just about, well, networking is great. Like talking to you about how you run your business and the way you do things, like, is really interesting. But it's just like, for me, it's actually a bit selfish for me. It's actually just doing something different. You know what I mean? Like it's not a tax return or it's not cutting hair. It's something different. And I think when you've got a brain that craves new things all the time, then doing something different makes you feel better. Or makes you feel like you've achieved something at least. Because I struggle with, if my business is about doing well, I don't see that as success. They have to be doing better to be success. And I'm constantly looking for something new all the time, which it is a good thing, but Rosie hates it. She's like, but I would like to, if the opportunity come up, I'd like to open up a third salon. but I've been banned for 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a ban in place, like an embargo. But I'm constantly like, not even looking, but I like for opportunity. And I work in the like, oh, when I'm 50, this can happen, or when I'm 60, I don't have to be doing this or that. Rosie lives for like now.
Okay.
And she's like, but I'm going to lose you for another year if you open up another shop and you're building and doing this sort of thing. So, I just work for, I think, well, let's just graft for another 10 years and like 24/7. And then we'll see what the future holds. Then Rosie's a bit more like, you might not make 50, you don't know what's around the corner, which is true. And she's a really good, I probably couldn't be with anyone else because she's a really good like leveler for me. Otherwise, I'd probably be in debt with 10 salons.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And in fact, that would be the case. She does like ground me a lot in that sense.
Why do you think it's great to always want to progress, but why do you feel that innate need, like you said, like if the shops are doing well,
Yeah.
because I do exactly the same, but why do you think that you always need to be moving forward or like looking for that new thing?
I think it's, like you say, ego.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's ego. Not all ego, but I think that creeps into it. Some of it is just challenge, I think, as well. For me, just thinking, right, these two are settled now. But then I always think you're never busy enough. You could always, I could have, these two could always be busier. Like they're very busy, but every business could be busier.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know, lifestyle thing. That's a really good question. A real combination. It's definitely not. I'm the least like jealous or envious person ever. I don't look at any other business and think they've got that, I need that, or anything like that. I do things just for me, and for me, I think, where do I want to end up? And maybe another one, but I know. But then you've got to balance that with the age my kids are. Yeah. Do I want to be away anymore and stuff like that? It's tough. I think running a business our age for the next 10 years is toughest because of the age like the children are at and stuff like that. But yeah, I think it's a little bit of different
thing.
Yeah, I think like just before COVID, I thought about changing the name of this. What happened was when we first opened, everyone wanted me because they thought I was the best person who worked it because it's the name of the business. So I thought about changing it to a name. I'm glad I didn't now, looking back, because I've been able to build a team where everyone is better than me. Everyone who works it is better at a lot of things than I am. But I think the name of the business, some of that creeps into it as well. Do I want to see my name above buildings in different counties and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Possibly. I don't know that's the answer. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That possibly is a thing. So like a branding thing, possibly. Just like sitting here now thinking out loud. But yeah, like I said, I'm glad I didn't change it when I thought about doing that. Because everyone come in, I said, I want Will to cut my hair. And at the time, I maybe was the best hairdresser, but now I'm definitely not. I'm quite pleased to say, oh no, you need to go to her or you need to go to him because they're better than me now. And they've actually got the time and the dedication to give it to you. And it's not fair for me to take on new clients. My clients know the score. They know that I've only got 1 day a week where I'm going to cut their hair. Whereas in the past, I was trying to squeeze people in. That's, I think it weren't fair on them.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah. What about for you for the future? Or is that an open-ended question?
Yeah, 100%. It changes like the wind, but I don't see myself doing this for the next, not at this capacity. Like I'm in the shops like 4 days a week, and as much as I love it, I know that my skill set can be used elsewhere within the business.
Yeah.
So we're actually in talks to do something but I'm not going to say too much about it. Again, that's like, it's moving on to bigger things for my team and the future and stability of business.
Yeah.
But I don't really know. I'm like I said, I love my job. I love the business model. Like, all of that's great. But I've got to a point, like, I've done this for like 18, 19 years.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what else can I do? So I feel like I'm going to dip into bits and pieces, whether that's education. I really want to work with like disadvantaged children, like I was when I was at school, people that struggle within education, and I want to move into that kind of avenue. How that looks, yeah, I'm not too sure. Like, I've done a couple of like summer camps with like councils and stuff. Really enjoyed it. But yeah, I'm not really too sure. I think I've learned Potton taught me to like go with right intention.
Yeah.
And really figure that stuff out before you start moving forward.
Yeah.
Because it does impact others' lives, you know, like the kids and the team and myself on my own mental stability. Like, I stretch myself too thin. So I don't really know. I'm excited for the future, but I just don't really know exactly where it's going.
Yeah.
And if I'm honest with you, I'm just kind of like taking my hands off the wheel with it.
Yeah.
Because whenever I'm in control, I go into a ditch a little bit.
Right, okay.
You know, like in the sense of like, I run forward with things too quickly.
Yeah.
So yeah, moving into something I'm not really too sure yet.
Yeah.
But then it's funny, right? Because then I walk in here, like, it's the first time I've been here, and I walked out. This is beautiful. I want one. Do you know what I mean? And I generally do, like, this is a beautiful shot. But then I have to like rein myself in and go, where's your part?
Yeah.
Like, what is like, I'm 32. Like, I've got so much more life. Like, I've got plenty of time to even move my career into a different avenue or change a career or whatever. I just know that I love cutting hair.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I love cutting hair, and I love my clients. I love my team. So I'm a little bit of like a weird one with it.
But it's funny because you have conversations. So you telling me that, like, when you come in there earlier, actually makes me realise that actually this is really nice.
Really nice.
Like, I don't need to go and do other stuff. And but I think when you've got a business, sometimes you're so like tunnel focused, aren't you, that anyone from the outside doesn't. But actually hearing it from someone like you, it means a lot because you're in the industry, and sometimes you need to hear it to actually go, actually just put the brakes on and just chill. And actually, like, it's so tough out there at the minute, isn't it? Like, trying to get people to come in and spend money with you is the toughest it's ever been. I would say in my, you probably similar to me. I think you started just before me, but it was just around the first like recession time. I think it's tougher now than it was then, because people had money that people were encouraged to spend and that sort of thing, and that's why there was that recession. Whereas now people physically are living like month to month, aren't they? So I think it'd be a brave choice now to open up, but like, I'm talking for me, to open up another shop. But it's just always that little niggle in the back of my mind. But I think if I got to 60 and thought, oh, I had 2 really successful shops, I do know deep down that would be okay as well. It's not like I don't think this is enough. I think there's a big difference.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's like, what more are you trying to gain? Yeah. It's like,
I'd probably make less money.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd say probably I would.
Yeah.
If I had a furniture shop, I'd make less money.
And that's the funny thing about it, right? It's like having kids.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, you have 1 kid, that was great. You have 2 kids, and then it's like, well, I have a client, he has like 13 kids or something like that.
Right.
With the same woman. Like, they both just like have like this massive, amazing family, like really are. But like, when do you get to a point where that experience is the same thing? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like it's going to be the same thing, just different versions. And it's like you've expanded, you've had Hello, like down the road, and then you've got this, and then you've got gambling game. Yeah. It's like, what more can you gain from this? Like, if we're not talking money, because we ain't talking money, because we get to this point and it's not about the money at all. Yeah. It's about like the feeling.
It's a lifestyle choice, isn't it?
Yeah, and also it's as well like you the more staff you have, the more impact you have on people's lives. Yeah. And I enjoy that. Yeah. But it's like, when does it get to a point where actually not necessary? It's not that necessary. I don't actually need to do this.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's hard. It's hard because you don't know until you've done it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing where I get, and I'm like,
yeah. And that can either cost you a lot of money, it can cost you a lot of stress, it can cost you a lot, kind of.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah. And at that point, sometimes it's too late for certain stuff, and yeah, I'll have to do that. I'll just stop.
Mm.
There we go. It's on record. 2 salons.
And that you're on a ban.
Yeah. So
that's actually the reason.
yeah, but that makes me want to do it more.
Yeah.
Both of your shops, and if you want to tell people where they can find you,
Yes.
or like find you online, and
Yeah, so Biggleswade High Street, and King Street, all on Google, Instagram, and Facebook, and then we use booking system with Freshon, which is its own search engine.
So from myself and Calum, thank you for watching. Until the next one, we'll catch up soon. Cheers, guys.